Hey artists, welcome back to Art at Home. It's a beautiful day outside and I thought this was a perfect chance to spend a little bit of time outdoors in the sun in my backyard and talk to you guys about drawing from nature. So let's do it. All right. So when you're drawing from nature, you're gonna wanna travel light. You don't wanna be hauling all of your art supplies with you. So choose just a few of the things that you like to draw with that are going to be easy to carry around. So I just grabbed my sketchbook. You could use a piece of paper or something to lean on, like a book or something like that. If it's windy, tape a piece of tape, tape it down. And I just grabbed three things that I like to draw with: a pencil, a pen, and my brush pen. So just a few tools that I can have in my pocket. And then I'm just kind of exploring around, looking for something that's interesting to me that I'd like to try drawing. Could be something huge. I might draw like a whole scene or a tree, or it might be something tiny like a flower or a leaf. So I'm just exploring around to see what catches my eye. And there has been something that I'm looking at all the time that I will show you now. So whenever I'm working out in my backyard, these couple of things are always catching my eye. And it's this old stump from a tree that was cut down at some point, I don't know when. And behind it, that old tree that is snapped in half at some point and is just bent over. So I've always found these really interesting, and I'm always kind of checking them out. So I figured today I'll just have a seat in the grass and start sketching them. Now you could always bring a stool to sit on or a blanket to throw down if you're nervous about getting dirty or something. I'm not worried about it today. It hasn't rained for a few days. Everything is dry. So I'm just having a seat on the grass before I start drawing. Whatever works for you. All right, so I'm just gonna start. I'm looking at that stump and that tree, and I'm just gonna start kind of sketching in the big shapes that I see. Sorry if the camera is shaky, I just have it clipped right onto my sketchbook. And I'm really just looking closely. I'm spending probably more time looking at the stump than I am at my own drawing. I'm mostly looking at the stump and then coming back and adding a little bit to my sketch, like these little viney leaves that are growing off the side. Notice there's a little chip in this edge. Shadow running across. There's that old broken tree back behind it. And I could take something like this as far as I want to. I could make a real finished drawing out of it, or I could just leave it like this as a sketch in my notebook. Just a little bit of time that I took, you know, paying attention to the nature around me. One thing I wish I thought to bring, pencil sharpener or an extra pencil. Starting to run out of little lead here. It's as good a time as any to change tools. You can see this cool line running through the tree. It's definitely a path made by carpenter ants. It's probably the reason that tree is no longer there. Is carpenter ants probably had infested it and were killing it. Lots of little spots in here that, yeah, definitely suggest some insect life going on in this tree. Interesting to think this tree was really the whole world to some critters at some point. Sadly, things live in a tree. They'll eventually use up its resources, and it will no longer be able to sustain them, or itself, really. I love this texture on the brush pen that you can get. Really has that kind of rough, barky feel. Hope the birds are singing just like crazy today. I hope you can hear it in the video. It feels so good just to be outside here. Been spending a little bit too much time cooped up inside, I have to say. Seems easier to stay inside, but boy, when you get out here, it's worth it. All right, it's certainly something I could keep working on, but I think I'll call it done for today. I'm gonna go ahead and put the date down. What day is it? It's May, I know that much. May 7th. May 7th, 2020. Oh, help me remember. Mr. Barry sat in his backyard and drew a stump that day. You might also find something really small and beautiful that you might want to create a drawing of. Like, I have a couple bushes in my yard that make these beautiful purple flowers, and they're dropping some, so I picked one up. Thought I might add a drawing of it to my sketchbook. What's going on? It seems to be a major goose situation going on in my neighborhood. I've just been hearing this goose honk the whole time that I've been out here. I'm pretty curious. Uh-oh, flower down. Hope I can find about the angle I was holding it at. A pretty specific angle going. Is it this? Oh, that's not it. Oh, yeah. Try and hold this in place. There are some challenges with drawing in nature. And yeah, nature is the primary one. The wind doesn't care that I'm trying to draw. As some clouds move in, they don't care either. Shadows are changing. Could start to rain. Notice, I forget what these are called. Fourth graders could tell me. Stigma, I forget. They're all leaning in this direction. Probably they were pointed toward the sun, I'm guessing, before this flower fell off of the bush. The thing I'm loving about drawing this is, I feel like when I draw a flower, I'll often just go like this, and everything's kind of sticking out perfect off the sides. But I'm just noticing all these kind of wrinkles and folds in the petals of this flower. It's just so interesting to me. And just these are the kind of observations I love making, because it's just more tools for my artist toolbox, things that I've observed and noticed I can carry with me to my next project, my next drawing. And even if I need to observe them again, it's a little, I know what to look for now. Like, oh, were the flower petals smooth? Or were they kind of wrinkly and folded? Those little things that the fourth graders know what they're called that I don't. Were they spread out in every direction, or were they all pointed in the same direction, trying to get that sunlight, absorbing that energy? Things that I wouldn't have thought about if I didn't spend a little bit of time sketching with this flower. Scribble in a little bit of shadow underneath it. Wind is really moving my flower on me. I gotta pinch it in place. But yeah, just another way that you can, draw from nature, draw from life, spend a little time outside while being creative. So I hope you guys give it a shot. Have fun. Try drawing in the outdoors. It's really satisfying. All right, guys. And yeah, please take a picture of your artwork. Send it to me, upload it, and I'll put it in the gallery. All right, catch you next time in Art at Home.